Hi everyone, it's Jerry Lynn Burnett of jerrylynnburnett.com, and I'm a real food nutrition and fitness expert who helps women understand nutrition and healthy living so that they experience more vibrant health, more energy, and let go of excess weight naturally and simply without counting calories or points or working out 24/7 or driving themselves crazy by starving themselves or eating foods they don't like. It's a lot simpler than that. But sometimes I think we make it too simple and we expect for change to happen immediately. In my own journey, it took 3 years. 3 years of frustration, of coming back and trying something different, of doing something, tweaking it, and hoping it would work this time for my diet and my weight loss and my efforts to lose fat and get fit. And part of this problem was twofold. Part of it was not having the right eating plan, not knowing really how to eat, and not knowing what I didn't know about nutrition and how to train to actually lose fat and get stronger. All I knew at the time was a number on the scale. The next part of this was actually my mindset, how I thought and viewed a healthy body, my body, and how my confidence and self-esteem were all derived from this one thing, my body image and what I looked like on the outside. 3 years later is when I discovered really the beginning of thinking for myself about nutrition and figuring out what worked based primarily starting with a paleo eating plan. And I moved out from there and I've expanded since then and started doing my own research and really fallen in love with nutrition because it's so powerful. With paleo, not only did I lose 30 pounds of fat, but I've kept it off effortlessly. All of this to say, it took 3 years struggling to figure this out. Sometimes working with clients, it takes 6 months to a year to figure out their solution. And it's not always so cut and dry. A lot of people see really fantastic results from just changing their food. Some do, some don't. Sometimes there's a deeper underlying issue. So I wanted to talk to you today about what happens when just paleo doesn't work. What's next? And the first thing is that there could be a deeper hormonal issue. There could be a lot of stress underneath the surface that we're not taking into account for some reason, because maybe if you're a client of mine, then I'll only see you for once a week or maybe twice a week, and if you've got a ton of stress going on that you're not telling me about, then that can really that can hamper your progress. Also, honestly, some of this gunk that we bury deep inside of us, it can also cause us to hold on to excess weight through its effects on stress, through its just effects, interesting effects on like mental, physical stuff. I know that in 2007, I went through some very intense therapy and very intense counseling, and that's when I started caring about my body and caring how I took care of myself and began my quest for the healthiest way to live. It took me 3 years to figure that out, but it started with a search deep within. Most people today would rather take a pill and get the same results of feeling better instead of doing the work within that will cause the most lasting change without therapy. Sometimes doing personal growth work and doing internal work with a trained marriage and family therapist or counselor or a good fit where you can really grow, dig in deep, and take care of that gunk that's holding you back, that's keeping you down, and really probably sucking the life out of you. I know what that's like. I've been there, and if that's you, if there's stuff that you know you avoid even thinking about that might come to haunt you at night, but you push it down and keep yourself busy with work and school and life and friends and volunteer work, if that's you, then I really, from the bottom of my heart, encourage you to get the help that you need, because it's not going to go away. It's never going to go away until you deal with it. Once you deal with it, and it's often by facing it and going right through the center of it, you will come out on the other side, you will survive, and life will taste so much sweeter. And you might find you sleep deeper, you feel better, and some of that puffiness goes away naturally just by doing internal work. The next thing is, as I was reminded by one of my dear clients this evening, is you've got to eat enough. How much are you eating? I don't like counting calories or points because it's fastidious to me and it just drives me crazy. But sometimes for folks, it can be a really great starting point, because if we're not eating enough, our metabolism slows down, our body goes into starvation mode, and we start hanging on to excess weight, the exact opposite of what you want to do. This is further worsened by performing lots of exercise, especially cardiovascular exercise in the midst of this, because you need more calories, you're training your body to store fat more effectively, and you're not taking in enough energy. So again, you're storing fat more effectively. This is the exact opposite effect that most people want when they start cutting calories and when they start exercising more. Eating less and moving more is not the path to lasting fat loss and vibrant health. I've done that, I've been there, and it can work to a certain extent, but not without sacrificing energy, not without sacrificing skin, not without sacrificing mental clarity, not without sacrificing feeling hungry all the time. I hate that feeling. And not without sacrificing your metabolism. For some people, screwing up their metabolism, it's not just a 1-year thing to get over. Sometimes it can take a really long time, from 6 months to a couple years, to get it back to optimal order. That's a short time in our lifetime, but it can feel like a really long time to a lot of people, especially when they're curious and frustrated with their results. Next, it's really important that we're focusing on our day-to-day efforts and not the end result. I used to think that I wanted a 6-pack of abs. Like, that was my whole desire when I graduated college, and I started doing aerobics to reach this, and then I started running to reach this. And you know what? None of it ever worked. Now I weigh 10 pounds more than I did 4 or 5 months ago. At least 10 pounds, maybe 12 or 15 pounds more. And I can actually see, my bottom 2 or 3 ribs and the outline of the first 2 abs and starting on the next. I don't know if I like that. Like, I was just looking at it this morning and I'm like, this isn't all it's cracked up to be. They're kind of like hard, edgy lines. And while I like to be strong, I also like to be a bit feminine, and that doesn't look very feminine to me. So it's probably going to continue. Maybe I'll just eat a lot more sweet potatoes and carbs to make up for that. But maybe it's not all it's cracked up to be. So instead, focusing on the day-to-day actions that we know get us there, which is eating enough, getting enough vitamin D, getting deep sleep every night, taking, magnesium if we need it to help us sleep. Better to get it from food, but every once in a while a supplement can be helpful. And eating whole fish, taking some butter oil blend, cod liver, Green Pastures, I think they have this awesome butter oil that is amazing. Things like that. Focusing on those day-to-day actions. Am I eating enough? Am I taking vitamin D or getting sun? Am I getting enough fish oil? And vitamins and nutrients can be the best way to get to our end result. And figuring out how to live healthy, live wealthy from the inside out, and really experience our most vibrant health that's going to last for life. What would you add to this list if you would add anything at all? What is your experience with this? Leave a comment below. I cannot wait to read it. Did you know this is day 88 of my 90 Days of Vitality? 2 more days, and a friend challenged me to learn the whole Thriller dance and do it here, and I've never learned it. I've wanted to. I guess I have 2 days to figure that out. Maybe that'll be a big grand finale. Hope you've enjoyed this video series so far. It's hard to believe it's day 88 and we're almost finished. It's been a wild ride. It's been fun. I've learned so much, and I hope you've benefited as well. Have a great evening, everyone. I'm Jerry Lynn Burnett of JerryLynnBurnett.com, and I help women and everyone. We just live healthy to transform the world. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.